since I've started going here, from day one, this man has told me that you're going to be a leader. You know, you're going to bring people. And of course, you know, I'm like, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, that's cool. And then I even thought, I was like, well, what about, you know, the youth? I was like, they're not going to follow me. And he's like, son, they were combat rolling down the hallway with you at 4 a.m. They'll follow.
I was overwhelmed by God's presence. Overwhelmed. God consumed me like a wildfire.
But at Warrior-Fest, I not only felt him speak to me, I spoke to people, or he spoke through me to people. Mm-hmm. And that was just an experience I'll never forget. And
Saturday night and Sunday night, the spirit felt so heavy I couldn't even stand up. Right. I was on the ground. Yes. I wasn't looking around. I didn't care what anybody else was doing. Right. I was just gone.
So I just kept my heart shut. My heart was on defense. Saturday night came. It came up. Got to me. Let my heart go, and the Holy Spirit came. I fell to the ground and talking. And it's just a good feeling. I'm a different man.
You got it. Go ahead.
I was mad because I loved Winterfest. I thought it was the best thing. Then when we got there, Friday night, it was just amazing. I've been dealing with bondage for a lot. And Saturday night, I just got free from that. I smiled more. I'm not angry.
Yeah.
When we got there Friday night, I said, okay, God, I feel you. I just want you to dwell in me. And he told me to just keep praising, just keep pushing in. So I did. And that night after service, I went up to pray for some of our babies. And God birthed in me a new gift. He made me a prayer warrior. We are going to see deliverances happen out of this church.
Yes. Yes.
God has new things coming for Solid Rock.
Come on.
Before Warrior-Fest, I wasn't coming to church the most I was supposed to. I wasn't coming on. I wasn't coming on Wednesdays, and I felt like I wasn't a child of God anymore. I prayed to God Friday night, and I was asking, am I still important to you? And I prayed about that, and then I talked to God about it, and he said that I'm still a child of God, and that he still loves me. He will forgive me for all the sins that I've committed. And he will never stop loving me no matter what.
And whatever you're dealing with in your life, you can get rid of it. And because I've dealt with some pretty terrible situations in my life, and I know there's people who've dealt with much worse than I have, but I just want to say you can overcome any situations you're going through, and there's nothing that can stop you as long as God's with you, and as long as you have motivation and you want to overcome your situation, you can. You know?
But God reminded me this weekend, he is who he is because he's 3 parts. He is God the Father, he is Jesus the Son, and he is the Holy Spirit, and there is nothing to be ashamed of.
I noticed a completely, huge difference in the way that I pray, and I really feel like God hears me. And I also notice a difference in the way that I worship. And I think God's plan was to give me just a little taste of the Holy Spirit, to give me a desire to seek out God.
And then we get to Saturday night, and the girls started praying for me, and I didn't go seeking necessarily anything, just want to worship and love on God and have him love on me. That's kind of what I went for. But the girls started praying for me and started praying life into my kidneys, and God spoke to me, new life, new breath. And it just kept over and over and over, and I felt this, just this breath come over me. And it was just, I just sat there and exhaled and inhaled and exhaled and inhaled, and felt this new freshness and this new peace like I haven't had before.
I have been hurt by so many churches. That's one of the biggest struggles I've ever had, is struggling with church hurt. And, trusting ministers and trusting leaders, and you think like the church will never hurt you. And I was hurt so bad in my past by churches. And I think that in that time, I locked up a lot of the gifts that God wanted to give me. My prayer, speaking in tongues, everything. I think I just locked myself away because I didn't want to get hurt again. And this weekend, I just got so lost in God and in God's presence. And just seeing stuff like that, it really renewed me in my spirit. And I believe it unlocked my gifts and restored me.
We will overcome by the blood